And last night I did another Martin Scorsese double feature. I think we're almost done with all the Scorsese movies that I have come to see and love. And yeah, man, my appreciation for Martin Scorsese just grows and grows with each film, and that's a fact, because this man is an absolute master in filmmaking. So I'm very happy that I got to right now see a lot of his films, and it's just been really fun. So let's get right into it. The first film is the movie Bringing Out of the Dead. Bringing Out of the Dead is a drama thriller adaptation about a man who's haunted by the patients he failed to save. A monumentally burned out Manhattan ambulance paramedic fights to maintain his sanity over 3 increasingly turbulent nights. The film's runtime is 121 minutes. The film's rating is R in color. And the film's directed by Martin Scorsese, known for the films Taxi Driver, Casino, and Goodfellas. So, Bringing Out of the Dead is a film that I knew nothing about. All I saw was the poster of Nicolas Cage looking a little just irritated, and that's all I knew about this movie. And Bringing Out of the Dead is another great film by Scorsese. It's another underrated film. I would put that in the same realm as After Hours, two of just Scorsese's most underrated films. And Bringing Out of the Dead is a really good film that is a psychological trip of this guy who just works as a paramedic, witnessing a lot of shit, especially in whatever area that they're in. New York City is just in a dumpster in the middle of the night, and just him trying to keep his sanity. And this film is great. It is a really good movie that is psychological, that messes with the head and deals with this character of Nicolas Cage. Of course, the film's also written by Paul Schrader, who knows how to write very interesting men in a way. And this guy is just, he's going through some stuff. And yeah, this film is great. The main guy, of course, is the great Nicolas Cage, who is this paramedic that pretty much his job is to, save people's lives. But, things don't go planned sometimes. He's a little traumatized by a certain patient that he couldn't save. And he's just going on, doing his job, witnessing things that are just super traumatic. And Nicolas Cage is fantastic in this movie. His performance is really good. Again, Nicolas Cage is a really good actor. I don't care what people say. Nicolas Cage is a master. If he gets the good script, if he gets a good character, the man can do wonders. And Nicolas Cage is just really good as this guy who's just is already sick and tired. He's just sick of everything. He's just done with this job pretty much, because it's a grueling job. You gotta work nights, and you gotta witness things that are pretty traumatizing. And Nicolas Cage is fantastic in this movie, and his character is just really good. You got supporting characters. You got Patricia Arquette, who, she's a great actress. I really like her in a lot of her movies, most of the movies I've seen her from. And yeah, her dad has cardiac arrest. She's sad and hope that her dad is okay. Nicolas Cage is the one that picks the dad up, and he's fighting for his life. And Patricia Arquette is going through her own shit. And yeah, she's great. She's great in the movie. She's a really good actress, and she's a character that she has a little past with her father, but when things are rough, she's there for him and wants him to be okay. And Patricia Arquette is really good, and their dynamic is really good. You also got a surprise, by all means. I didn't know Mark Anthony was in this film, the singer himself, and he plays the drug addict Noel, who he just wants water. He just wants some water, and he goes out, he tries to get away, and he just always comes back pretty much. And Mark Anthony's really good in this movie. I was surprised by his performance as this just character of Noel, who is just insane. It was just psychotic, who's a little crazy, but you kind of feel for him though. You like him in a way. You're like, oh man, I hope he. Like, it's just drugs. Drugs can really fuck you up, and the character of Noel pretty much proves that. And Mark Anthony's performance is really good. I didn't even know he was in this movie, and I'm just glad he was. He was really good in the movie. John Goodman is in this film. He's like his partner. He's great. John Goodman's always good in everything that he's in, and he's always funny. And you also got the actor, I forgot how to say his name, who is the partner of Nicolas Cage. He's a little crazy himself, and he wants to do some shit, and he's a little fucking nut in the movie, and he's great. He's hilarious. And yeah, that's about it. Most of the performances. Also, the girl from The Sopranos was in it. That's fun to point out. And the Indian dude who's a drug dealer, he was great. All the performances are great. Nicolas Cage is amazing. The direction by Scorsese is just amazing. He's one of the greatest directors. His direction of just this he knows how to direct a Paul Schrader script. That is for certain. Because Paul Schrader, when he directs his own movies, they're not as like great. When Scorsese takes his films and his scripts, he knows how to amplify it. And Scorsese does this psychological film just beautifully. The writing by Paul Schrader is great. He knows how to make these characters kind of, you feel for the character, and just very interesting characters. He wrote Travis Bickle, for Christ's sake. Chemistry is great. Cinematography is freaking great. It's a well shot movie. It's just the colors and gradings of New York is just beautiful. The music and the music choices are great as usual, which you expect from Scorsese movies. His music choices are always good. And all around, a really good movie that made me feel. I would probably call this movie a depressing comedy. That is, I was like thinking about the movie while working out, and I was like, I would consider this a depressing comedy because it's depressing. There's things that are happening throughout the movie that's just not good, that's not positive, and you're just like, God. But it has some comedy, a little dark comedy. I was very surprised by how this film deals with things, and I thought Bringing Out of the Dead is just a really good film by Scorsese, and just a great performance by Mr. Nicolas Cage himself, and just the psychological aspects of this film really worked in my opinion. And I would put this as like a double feature for After Hours. You see After Hours, the insanity of that movie, and then you get Bringing Out of the Dead with that insanity. Those two movies would be an amazing double feature, and it stars the Arquette sisters, the double feature. Patricia Arquette and her other sister. So that'd be fun. That'd be a fun double feature. Anyways, yeah, I'll give this film a 4 out of 5 stars. Great. It's worth buying. It's awesome. So those are my thoughts.